U of H head baseball coach Todd Whitting officially in the Big 12 conference. How does it feel day one?
Well, the day is finally here. We had a great celebration last night. The YouTube celebration that the department put together, I thought was a fitting way to kind of welcome in our entrance into the Big 12. And I thought our people did a great job with that. But, you wake up this morning, now we're officially a member. So it's something, as a former student athlete, University of Houston graduate, I think this is my 26th year at the University of Houston. I played here, back in the Southwest Conference days, and I was here when that thing fell apart and we were not included in the new mix with the other schools. So for us, a lot of us, Chris Pesman, our AD included, who have been around a long time, Carl Lewis, Will Blackburn, it's a big day for all of us.
Yeah, it's personal. And I know it's personal for a lot of U of H alums and students and graduates, especially those that have been through the Southwest Conference days. What has been the vibe over there as this process has really been unfolding? The signage going up and, the talk within the staff and all that stuff. That's got to be a cool feeling. How has it been leading up to this?
It's been a goal of all of us. We've all in our own individual areas and as a university as a whole have been churning and building towards this with our facilities and our infrastructure and so on and so forth. So, I see them paint that Big 12 logo on the baseball field, a couple of days ago. It gave you goosebumps because, it's finally reality. It's finally here. And a new day is here for our program and the entire university.
What we've seen with your program, with the training facility that you have, the Fertitta Center upgrades, Chris Pesman unveiling the football facility, which looks fantastic.
Yeah, it really does.
Look, I mean, it's obvious, right, what this does for you guys. I mean, this is next level. It brings you up a step. It's challenging, like Kelvin Sampson said, but at the same time, boy, it's ever exciting for you and your guys.
Well, construction equals commitment, and we've been doing that for a long time with the University of Houston to prepare, for this moment. Starts at the top, with the board led by Tillman Fertitta, obviously Dr. Gotera, our president and chancellor, and our athletic director, Chris Pesman. Their vision and leadership is what's pushed us across the finish line here. But it's years and years of preparation to do this, and it also starts our supporters. Those things don't get built by themselves, and and I know in baseball, our supporters are amazing. They've allowed us to do, over $10 million worth of improvements to Darrell Laurie Schrader Park over the past few years to get us ready to compete in the Big 12, to be able to attract student athletes, to be able to handle the crowds that we'll have, and to put on a good show for U of H fans.
And look, you've been at this for a while now. The announcement was made a couple of years ago that you're going to be making the transition. This is something that you've seen already on the recruiting trail. I mean, this has tangible effects on what kind of players can come to your school. You got a great team already coming back. You guys are going to be loaded next year, but this is huge, tangible.
No, it is, and it's that's where that has the effects of this have been. We've been dealing with this for over a year now, with recruiting, and what you'll see is what I think is maybe the best high school class of Houston area kids that we've ever brought in coming in here. They check in about a month for their physicals, so that's the first immediate impact is here at home in our own backyard. We've had great players here. We've got 5 guys in the big leagues right now, and 6 and 7 may be coming. But we're attracting more athletes like that, and that's what's going to be. It's special to me to be able to keep these kids from the Houston area at home, and we'll still recruit nationally. And put the best team that we can, on the field at the University of Houston. But, within this state, the impact has really, really been effective. And, you're right. We're coming off 36, 37 win seasons. I think we're one of only 2 schools that have won 35 games over the past, 10 years. So we're kind of leading in the state of Texas in wins. But that's going to perpetuate itself. Now your competition is going to get tougher. The adjustment we'll make is the American Athletic was a great conference. That it was a top 5 league for many, many years. But this will be more of a grind with, we're going from 24 games in baseball conference wise to 30, so that's going to be, there's a lot more stressful, pressure filled weekends within this conference schedule for us because everybody's good. And we'll have 13 teams, playing for the first year of the Big 12, and it'll go to 11 after Texas and Oklahoma depart for the SEC.
Yeah, it's the week in, week out grind. The Minute Maid Park Classic, the Astros Foundation Classic, you're going to see Texas there. LSU, the champions. I know they're not in the league, but it's a week in and week out grind. So this challenges you on a different level and makes you guys better as the season goes on. It has the potential.
It does, and I didn't make it any easier on us jumping in that Minute Maid tournament, but it's time for the Cougs to get back in there, and I'm excited about the field that they have set up. It's going to be a great tournament, but we jump right into the Big 12 play the week after that. So it's, first 2 weekends are at home. You go Minute Maid, then we go right into our first Big 12 series, which will be at home. Can't tell you who it is yet, but I know it's going to be a home weekend series for us. So it's exciting. That Minute Maid will be a great, kind of precursor and kind of ramp everything up for that next week at Schrader Park.
Well, party it up. Don't party too hard though this weekend because the work needs to be done, right?
Oh, no, we
You
got
gotta
a week today till we hit a dead bridge. There's a lot of recruiting to do today. So, now we can get the patch on the shirt and get on the recruiting trail and wave that Big 12 flag.
Awesome. Well, head coach Todd Whitting, U of H baseball, thanks so much for joining me, and congratulations again.
Anytime, my man. Thank you.